So, the scripture lesson that I want to look at today is from the book of Philippians. Really, just one verse, right at the beginning. Paul is in prison. He's writing a thank you note to the church in Philippi, and he opens that letter with these words: "Every time I think of you, I give thanks to my God in prayer." That's the verse I want to look at. Every time I remember you, I give thanks to God in prayer. Memory. It's an interesting thing. Mine is not very good sometimes, but it's an interesting thing. So Paul remembers. He remembers the kindness of the church in Philippi. He remembers their commitment to Christ. He remembers their partnership and their support. Memory. Let's talk about that for a little bit. It's a powerful thing. It's what we hold on to from the past. And it's what we learn from that takes us into the future. Our world is crazy right now. It's very challenging. And many things that we hold dear are not happening. Especially this weekend as our country thinks about Memorial Day. What wonderful celebrations were planned. Parades, speeches, all kinds of things to commemorate that day and to remember the soldiers who have lost their lives in war for the benefit of our country. But this year, it's going to be a quiet day of memory. Much like these two men over here wanted it to be. So, my father never talked about his military experience very much. He was pretty quiet about it. And we always went to the lake over Memorial Day weekend. We never went to the Memorial Day celebrations. And I always thought it was because he wanted the weekend away from the business, away to relax at the lake. It was only later that I found out that he really didn't enjoy those celebrations because for him and his experience in war, it was far from a celebration. It was a grueling, difficult time, and he lost many friends. Mr. Bray was the same. Mr. Bray fought in 3 wars, and he retired as a lieutenant colonel. But it wasn't his military experience that took front and center in his life. It was his teaching and coaching that he wanted to be remembered for. And those are the memories that mattered to him. Memory. It's an amazing gift from God. With our memory, we can do everything from reciting a phone number to recalling stories about our childhood. We can allow our memories to make us or break us. We can choose to focus on the good ones, or we can be consumed by the bad ones. For whatever reason, though, the human mind seems more likely to remember the bad memories than it does the good. We're so good at pulling out every negative word that somebody ever said to us, or we're good at pulling back every time we got cheated out of money, or we are so good at pulling back every hurtful event that ever happened to us. The good memories take a little bit more thought and a little bit more work to pull up. But here's the rub. Memories are essential for our future. Hear that again. Memories from the past are essential for our future. They shape how we're going to respond in any given situation. We have a challenge in front of us. A challenge of positive memory making, especially right now. I don't think there's enough time spent on positive memory making. We're so preoccupied right now with just getting through this challenge. Getting through another day of teaching our kids, or getting through another day of not having anything to do. And we're so caught up in that challenge that we forget to be in the business of positive memory making. Now, positive memory making is intentional. It's an intentional act. It takes conscious effort. How will our actions be remembered? Positive memory making is an attitude. How will our personalities, the way we handle things, the way we react to situations, the ability to laugh at ourselves, how will that be remembered? When Paul says, I thank my God every time I remember you, it speaks to my heart. I want somebody to say that about me. I thank my God every time I remember you. I am so thankful for your life. Let's try to say that more with the people in our lives. I thank my God every time I think about you. I am so grateful that you are in my life. Let's try to say that more to the people we love. Let's try to live our lives in such a way that make people want to say that about us. Honestly, I am so concerned with all of the anger and all of the division that's going on in our country right now.